Good morning. Today is Abraham chapter 3, verses 1 through 9. And the whole thing was kind of a question. As I was reading it, I'm like, what? Huh? What's going on? Abraham is seen through the Urim and Thummim, worlds that have been created, and the order thereof. And needless to say, it was a little confusing first thing in the morning. But then we get into the side-by-side commentary. And it is a heavy thing. A very heavy, like within the first two sentences, I'm like, ay. Just, I don't want to, it's like guilt, but not guilt. I don't know. Anyways, let's just get into it because, so, this part that we're going to be talking about is Abraham 3, 1 through 4, even though I did the reading through 9, which is the reading, but this 1 through 4 is, it's heavy. Okay, so it's entitled Our Time on Earth. If a day to the Lord, it's talking about in the thing, it's like the reckoning of time for different planets, and Kolob is the highest, and anything below that has a different reckoning of time until the very lowest, and so confusing. Anyways. If a day to the Lord is equivalent to 1,000 years in the time reckoning of man, then how long is the life of an average person from the perspective of the Lord? If we assume that the average person lives 75 years, then in the time reckoning of the Lord, the average person will live 1 hour and 48 minutes. Can we be obedient and faithful to our Father in heaven for 1 hour and 48 minutes? If that doesn't hit you in the gut so hard, then you're obviously ready for the celestial kingdom. The challenge is to make the best use of our time during our short mortal probation on earth, as in the following set of guidelines. It gives 4 guidelines with scriptural references. You can see it's all highlighted here. Okay, the first one is build on a spiritual foundation by seeing things in the eternal context, establishing worthy priorities, making a master plan for spiritual action, and cultivating contingencies to overcome challenges and roadblocks. I mean, it seems simple enough, but when build a spiritual foundation by establishing worthy priorities, you're like, okay, what are my priorities? Do I make YouTube a priority? Do I make, I don't know, work a priority? Do I make friends a priority? Or am I making family and building faith a priority? Then it goes on, making a master plan for spiritual action. Do I have spiritual action? Am I doing what I need to do to build up my spiritual Seriously, these are like, am I doing enough? And cultivating contingencies to overcoming challenges and roadblocks. Okay, well, if this situation arises, am I ready to overcome it? If this situation arises, how am I going to respond? Just very right there. Am I doing enough to be obedient and faithful for 1 hour and 48 minutes? All right, next one. Prepare wisely and thoroughly by putting your life in order. Okay, is my life in order? What do I need to do? Organizing your approach. Delegating wisely. And using the best helps and tools available. Next one. I could go on and on. Next one. Act with prudence and courage by using spiritual power. Being positive and patient. I'm not patient. Yesterday I was not positive at work. Things were hitting the fan yesterday at work. And it was very hard to stay positive and patient. I was not either of those things. Seeking quality solutions. Do I pick the easiest solution available or quality solutions? And defeating procrastination. This is like personal assessment time right here. Each question or each statement is just like, I could be doing so much better. All right. Achieve optimum leverage of your time by using time layering. The ability to accomplish multiple goals at the same time, as did the Savior. Not just one goal, but multiple goals. And I know that my goals seem complex or lofty or multiple or layered. I don't know if they're good enough. Using the correct pace. Using time patterning, doing things during those times when we are most effective and efficient. And using time relativity to our advantage with patience and discernment, understanding that time passes at a different rate for different people. Like, I don't know why all of this is hitting me so hard this morning. Maybe because I felt like I was on the right track with my goals and whatnot and trying to, do better and stuff. And then they're like, okay, how about this? And you're like, some of these just really hit hard, But I think what hits hardest is the question, can we be obedient and faithful to our Father in heaven for 1 hour and 48 minutes? I know it's not 1 hour and 48 minutes to me, but it is to Him. And am I making my impact on this life something that is worth noticing in the grand scheme of, what is it? If a day to the Lord is equivalent to 1,000 years in the reckoning of man. One day. Do I make sure that the people in my life know that for their hour and 48 minutes that they are important to me? I mean, the whole thing is just, am I making myself stand out in His day? Is He going to notice me? Is He going to notice my hour and 48 minutes as something good or as something that He needs to shun? Do you know what I mean? Ugh. This was heavy. And we didn't even get through all of it. But that's okay. Because we can get into that later. Heavy. Alright. And if it wasn't heavy for you, please tell me what you're doing right so that I can emulate you. Alright. That was Abraham chapter 3 verses 1 through 9. And tomorrow is 10 through 18. I'll see you tomorrow.